But you know, all of these different, you know, these archetypes, and they come out. Now, for a woman, we play all of these archetypes all of the time based on shoes.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Shoes.
Shoes. It changes the way we walk. It changes our energy completely. Now, the thing that is confusing to us, I love those shoes. Just notice those. They're really nice shoes. Now, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. I like those shoes. So, the thing about like the archetypes and shoes is women like a sense of fullness. So we like a selection of cupcakes, or a selection of coffee, or a selection of shoes. And the reason why we do is because it gives us a sense of fullness. Whereas men like things like football or wrestling, you know, anything that involves shooting through a goal. Yes, so I think that we can kind of see why the male archetype is all about breaking through adversity into orgasm, and the female archetype is penis vagina. And unfortunately, all of the marketing and everything else is based on these two factors, and that's basically, we're completely sold all of that. I must have a new dress. Yes, why? Because I'm feeling empty. Okay. And that's why we like prolonging arguments with men as well, because we don't really care about winning the argument. We want the attention as long as possible. This is why we'll cut up a man's shirt and do whatever it is, and cut up his tickets or whatever. I've never done any of that. But we like a sense of fullness. And it's quite interesting because out of the picture, the Spice Girls shoes have survived. they have survived. And what we've got there is we've got some kind of like platformy ones, we've got some heely ones, and then we've got kind of like the comfortable shoes.
That's
and
me.
the comfortable shoes is exactly what I was going to talk about.
I've got comfy shoe mode today.
Comfy shoe mode, and most of the time the comfy shoe is actually the most important thing. It's about feeling comfortable, and for you, relationships are all about feeling comfortable.
Yeah,
if you don't feel comfortable, then you're not really interested, and it's going to break up. And for you, you have a very unique style of communication. And because you feed other people through talking.
Oh my god.
You know?
You're so right.
Yeah, you do. And so you make other people feel full through talking. That's why you love talking to women, and it's really easy to make women feel full through conversation. That's why they say that you can talk a woman into bed. You really can. You know, it's like two glasses of wine and that's how our day was. It's really simple. So in fact, it's even more simple than that half the time. But anyway, but you know, so you feed people, and so in relationships, you're a fantastic listener, and you feed back to people about how amazing they are, and you keep telling them really, really nice things about them and stuff. And then it's like you heal broken wings, and then wonder why they're flying off into the distance, which has been the way that you were like a long time ago. But now it's about. It's really about, you know what, if somebody doesn't laugh at your jokes, it's like 1,000 paper cuts. It's the worst form of torture ever.
Yeah.
If you're in a conversation and you find something really funny, and you go, oh my god, look at this, and they go, what? You're like, I'm dying.
Yeah, you know what, my boyfriend does not get my sense of humour.
And he's still your boyfriend, how long has that gone on for?
Oh, about 5 years. Not that
Really?
long, yeah.
Well, then the sex must be amazing. Because it's just, everyone's like, oh. She mentioned sex in a show like this, I need to get me duffel. But it must be amazing, because something must be amazing, because there's 4 legs that hold up a relationship. Sense of humour.
Yeah, definitely agree with you.
You know, they've got to have the same kind of like spiritual thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I'm a bit funny about like if someone drops litter or chucks something out of a car window, we're so done.
Yeah.
Like I just can't bear it. You know,
Guilty conscience.
it's just completely like I'll stop. Pull over! Like I'm on the motorway. No. As I'm going for the empty packet of 12. You know, but I can't have it. You know, a hedgehog might get his nose stuck in it or something. You know, and so terrible dreams I have. So there's that intellect. So they've got to be on the same kind of, similar. I like to be able to learn from my man, frankly, but that's impossible because I'm so intelligent. So, you know, something like
their power tools, like their drill and things like that.
But I can do a good Makita. I'm alright with power tools.
Yeah,
but I can't
but the
do
ones I haven't
straight.
got, I can borrow from the boyfriend.
Yeah, completely. I actually have a toolkit that looks like a handbag. It's really quite remarkable. Is it pink? No, it actually is a handbag toolkit, but it's great. It's got all my tools in it, and I just have so many versions of a positive screwdriver. Why? I don't know, but I have like half a dozen of them, all the same size. I don't know how that happened. I've never bought any of these. How they've ended up in there, I really don't know. I think that's ex-boyfriends. Every time I leave them, I've got like 12 ex-boyfriend screwdrivers. Actually, I think that is where they've come from now. I think about it. Oh, that's quite it's just not going to happen if the thing isn't there. So those 4. So you must have 3 out of the 4 if you haven't got the humour. But the humour is so important to you, and so I think you can get it off other people if you don't kind of get it, and then you get it from different people. But for you, it's like you really need somebody to get that and get your humour and get your conversation and get what you're saying, almost to a telepathic level. Where you don't have to completely explain yourself.
Right,
I should hope so. I've been doing this a while. I was warming up. We'll come back. But you know, it's kind of, it's